You know, hopefully not too much of me talking either. LunatiK? No, I'm being trolled by the chat too, so it's not helpful from anyone. But, all right, let's see how we do this first. It's going to be a learning experience for everybody, guys. All right, okay, we got some cameras going out by Nyx onto some ceiling fans.
Camera in position.
And bumpers move between the players. And that must, okay, there we go. Making progress here. Canadian Orbit's drone is looking mighty
10 seconds left.
dead. Oh, he's alive, okay, cool.
5 seconds left.
A lot of dead drones out here. Let's go watch the defenders.
Attackers have recovered the
think.
diffuser. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
So LunatiK is my final answer. I'm going to roll with LunatiK for the rest of the night, and if that's wrong, I apologize, guys, and you can tell me all about how awful I am at pronouncing things later. But we all know words are tough, so that's not news, for me anyway. So busting out with the regular operator setup we always see. Not too much of a surprise here. We just saw this map with the same lineup on both teams. And see where Valkyrie's cameras are at. Kixda already up inside of the master bedroom, laying down on the bed, texting away, trying to figure out where he's Boo's at on the defending team. Twitch pine around the top floor from the balcony. And first kill goes to K9, dropping Foxa on his way up the stairs. All right. Caught the first kill. Pretty proud of myself there. Not gonna lie. See what old Blackbeard's up to. Breaking some holes in the ceiling, floors, all that good stuff. Looking down into the B-bomb side as he rotates over towards A. And Nash can just see Nyx peeking around the corner with the shotgun. I wonder if Nyx knows his barrel's that long. What are you gonna do, Canadian? Nyx's sensitivity seems absurdly high.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
What are you doing? Get Snake on sledge, droning around in the bushes. With his buddy Blackbeard making his way into the objective, but is immediately taken out by none other than Levin. Levin. I said that wrong again because I can't read. Last one up is taken out by Snake. That's Turk. First round goes to the attackers. Orbit with just a straight elimination and no bomb plan whatsoever. So moving on into round two with Orbit up 1-0 against LunatiK. Let's all send some threes in the chat. Our prayers to Panky, who is currently down for the count with a horrible migraine because he's our Lord and Savior of casting here. So as you all bear with it through this, just remember how good it is. You don't know what you got till it's gone when you lose Panky, you know? How do we get between floors? Which button's gonna land me that bad boy? There it is.
Discovered the location of a bomb. Bomb located by attackers.
No, I guess that wasn't it. So moving on down to the basement. Pretty standard setup here. Although usually one of these walls is reinforced, right by Snake.
5 seconds remaining.
Other than that, nothing too surprising.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
New New camera feed up and running.
Good to have that redundancy, I think, with the
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Valkyrie cameras in the main lobby. It's a popular place to go. Let's see what Blackbeard's doing. He's my favorite person to watch just because I chuckle every time I see this character do anything. But we got Turk on Blackbeard, LunatiK. Haven't seen one Wandig this season yet, but I'm hoping to. So we'll see what happens. LunatiK, are you sure? All right, LunatiK. LunatiK's final answer. I changed it. Said LunatiK was final answer, but now we're going with LunatiK. Chat could just give me one straight answer. I usually believe in you, chat. You failed me, but Blackbeard has exploded, so he will no longer be with us. So we'll watch Liban. For a minute here as they make not too much progress so far with a minute 30 left on the clock. Haven't really done a whole lot to get rid of the roamers. Haven't got a whole lot of progress opening the walls up. And they lost their main man, Blackbeard. So LunatiK's got some moves to make in this next minute and 12 seconds if they want to see a victory this round and put themselves on the board. Buck watching the back. Well, I guess the front stairs. And Ash watching nothing because she's dead.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
He bunned down but not out, putting the diffuser down. And a very quick defense round for Orbit as LunatiK. Why is this so hard for me? LunatiK drops kind of another sloppy attack where they can't really figure out the way that they want to approach. Kind of got everything stacked on the backside with no real progress made, and ultimately give the round over to Orbit, putting it to 2-0 lead for Orbit. And yet another familiar lineup from both sides. As we move into round 3. of Chalet.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I think what makes this even worse is there's no other person to talk to, even if I'm just all alone up here. It feels bad, man.
New feed active.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Camera feed up.
LunatiK actually opening up
5
the
seconds left before
holes in between trophy room and kitchen, which we didn't see last game.
insertion.
I think being able to actually walk through the points
Attackers' objective is to locate a
is
bomb and defuse it. Attackers drop
pretty crucial for recovery for the defenders. And last round we just kind of saw them make a few holes in between them and just leave it at that. And Fox is the first to be taken out by K9 while sitting on his iPhone, goofing around on cameras. In a spot he probably thought was kind of safe that turned out not to be so safe.
Reloading.
bomb located by attackers.
Frag grenade out.
So Snake will be the first one up to above the kitchen, where he'll start opening it up from the office and getting some angles down, getting that map control and forcing LunatiK back towards.
Loading back. Drones up and running. Deploying breach charge.
Snake takes out Turk from, I believe, the top.
Loading mag.
you can just barely see.
Loading mag.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. Yeah. Kevin's gone next. Taking out Canadian from orbit. Okay. The Snake just can't get the angle on him.
Position.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers dropped the bomb diffuser.
Reloading. Cover me. Nest of beauties in position.
Okay, still waiting for Nix to peek, but I don't think he's gonna. He's got the shotgun, he has no need to. But
Blast in the hole.
that's not the best flashbang in the world. Very nicely coordinated push by Kixta with K9. As they both move at the same time, covering each other's angles. K9 keeps him pinned,
15
ultimately be
seconds
taken out
left.
by Kixta, who also gets across into the kitchen. And K9 with the final kill on Kevin. Beautiful headshot. Attackers win round 3. It is now 3-0 Orbit. Moving into round 4. Orbit on defense. And again, all I could do is apologize. But, no. It is my absolute very first time trying to do any of the stuff that Panky normally does. And the guy's got 5, almost 6 years experience doing it. I'm on month number 3 of doing the whole color thing on the side.
Attackers need to locate and
So we're gonna go a little bit more for for Kevin saying hi to his mom because he's on Twitch with a heart. As Orbit starts setting up their defenses. And LunatiK's gonna need to do something here to get themselves on the board. Something new, something creative. Or just get a little bit more organized on their attacks if they want a chance at taking Orbit apart here. Orbit's had a lot of practice on this map and a lot of
10
experience.
seconds to go.
New feed activated. AD is active in the sector.
5 seconds to go. Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it. Attackers' bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recovered the bomb
A
diffuser.
little hot potato with the bomb. But I think we've landed on Kevin as the winner to carry that trophy in.
Really big fucking hole coming right up.
Nick's on Buck, really observing that Christmas tree there. He's kind of watching the top windows and such. And our main buddy Blackbeard,
Grenade out.
run by Turk,
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
who is,
Attackers have
they're
recovered
still
the
shuffling that bomb. Can't quite figure out who wants it. They're might making a move into the basement this time with Fox backing them up with Dash. Trying to get some of the floor peaks, which has worked in the past for some teams, but definitely not the standard take the top floor and break the ceilings down approach. And Young has been taken super low.
located.
Not quite sure how that flashbang didn't make him blind. Bun's still hanging out in the basement. Ash rotating back around to help out Turk by B. And Nyx finally, I think, rotating up to the top floor where Buck might actually become useful here. So we can start getting the floor open. So he's going to spend it all getting to the floor. Just missing Canadian. Good reaction, but unfortunately grenade, not a gun in his hand, and he's taken out by Snake, thus killing their ceiling push. Just as I was switching to Blackbeard, he's taken out by Young, and Snake again follows up a kill on Orbit. I'm sorry, on Kevin and Young. Following up with Fox, and I've effectively pressed the wrong button, trying to rotate through people. Defenders win round 4. Orbit 4-0. Final kill goes to Kixta. Which at least we'll get to watch this one. Again, first time touching this controller. Still trying to figure out what buttons do what. So bear with me, guys. And, you know, at the very least, we can all get a good laugh out of this one and still watch decent gameplay. Whether or not I have anything good to say about it in the meantime is irrelevant. But play by play, probably not my thing. Just gonna toss that one out there. Thatcher coming out for the first time all night, actually. We haven't seen a single Thatcher on any of the teams as far as I can remember. So, Orbit mixing it up a little bit and busting him out. That'll be Snake on him. We'll watch Valkyrie hunt drones and throw cameras. It's always interesting still, since it's a new operator, to see where different teams are playing their cameras and what they're doing with them.
Camera in position.
But
Ready for company.
Securing the floor!
10 seconds remaining.
Camera in position.
Going up.
5 seconds to go. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb. The attackers' bomb diffuser has been dropped.
and with what could be match point for Orbit, we start their attack on round 5. Just going pretty smooth for Orbit so far. Kixta heading up to the balcony. Thermite looking for somebody in the bathtub. Won't see Nyx, I assume. I don't think Nyx is going to peek out. Why do they have to have such a similar name, Nyx and Kix? Fox taking out Ash Canadian with a shot to the face with a shotgun, so that head is now gone. And Blackbeard looking to make his way inside, I think. Young. I don't think they know there's not one but two inside that master bath. And once again, it's happening way too fast for me to move the camera. Fox takes out Young. Turks. Snake finishing off. Both of them down in the master bathroom. And the last person standing, I'm sorry, two last people. We got Levin and Turk still up as Turk rotates back with full health. I thought it was lower. It's bugged. That's fine. So the last one up is actually Snake, who is extraordinarily low. And it looks like LunatiK has their first chance to get their name on the board this round, this match, before it's over. And don't worry, guys, Panky's not gone forever. This is not the way life will be from now on. Panky will be back. We will have informative, quick play-by-plays someday. But for tonight, he's in our hearts.
10 seconds to go.
And luckily, he's not quite as dead as Snake is, because Turk just obliterated his face. giving LunatiK their first round. It is now 4-1. Still match point for Orbit, but this could be the momentum that LunatiK needs to start turning it around. So Orbit heading back to defense. LunatiK's attacks have been pretty wavering at this point, but if they can pull something off, they can keep their head in the game and bring it back a little bit. They're not mixing it up, same with this tried and true. I'd say probably the new Fantastic Five are close to it here, maybe. Well, they also are bringing the Thatcher out. Come to see it, as I can read.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And in we go to see the basement defense set up by Orbit for what could be their winning round of Chalet.
Camera in position.
10 seconds to
Valkyrie,
go.
what do you do?
ADS.
New feed
Door
out.
secure!
5 seconds left before insertion.
New camera
Unrolling
feed.
razor wire.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Igniting barbed wire.
Back up in the same familiar spots.
New feed active. Drones up and running.
Looks like the attacking team is already inside. Turk leading the charge as Blackbeard, rolling straight in to the basement hallway.
Drones ready to go. Drones ready. Heading up.
A bomb has been located.
Setting your welcome.
Kind of a bit bunched up in the hallway.
Tossing EMP grenade.
A really big fucking right up.
Actually have all 5 members pushing from the same direction.
Deploying drone.
It looks like Buck making a small effort to rotate now, while Ash covers from the stairs.
Blast area.
And good old Kevin going all the way around,
Make yourself set.
only to meet them at the same spot.
Clear the blast.
Snake is down by, I believe, Fox. Yeah, a bunch of shots to the ankles. So Fox takes out Snake, Kevin takes out Canadian, Kicksta on LeBun and K9 taking out Turk, all in a row, all back to back. 'Cause these teams can't make it easy for me and take each other out, you know, methodically. It's all going to be right at once, so that my poor little brain can't feed it all in. Kicksta killing Kevin,
Drone deployed.
leaving 3 surviving Orbit players against only 2 remaining LunatiK players and no diffuser, and 30 seconds on the clock. So either Fox or Nick's are gonna have to make some big plays here.
Smoke out.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Pushing the hall before the smokes plume out. A little ballsy, and Fox is the last one up with K9 taking out Nyx. And it looks like it is all
Neutralized.
but 1 for Team Orbit, as Kicksta gets the final kill through the wall with a pistol. 5-1 Team Orbit on Chalet. And Kevin is quite the chatty Cathy in the chat. And now we get to the part where I don't know what to do again, so hopefully I don't screw anything up. But it looks like the next map is going to be Consulate with LunatiK starting on I'm sorry. So yeah, Consulate pick percentage, 11%. There it is. Run through that for a second. First time we've seen it today, which is nice. Mix it up a little bit. Get something new out there. And I need to figure out how to press buttons and switch to it. I think we have, maybe? Maybe not. Hello? B, close. Consulate. TDM bomb, daytime. Looks like everybody's ready. I'm going to make sure they're on the right sides because I don't want to have to restart this. All right, and we are rolling right into map number 2, Orbit vs. LunatiK. Everything is hunky-dory, and we are moving into Consulate. So round 1 will be Orbit on attack with LunatiK on defense. A lot of the same operators yet again. Seem to very quickly becoming the popular among almost everybody. We do get a lot of mix-ups still. I think Xbox tends to mix it up just a little bit more on the operators than PC does. Occasionally still see Sledge or Twitch getting switched out, but Blackbeard has become pretty commonplace. Ash and Thermite never seem to go away. As far as defending, Rook has finally become a solid pillar amongst both PC and Xbox, pretty much unanimously. Seen a lot more Doc this season than the previous ones, which while he's not always super useful with his revive, he's 3 armor, MP5 is an amazing gun, the ACOG on it is fantastic, and the couple times that he has managed to use his stim pistol, it is nothing but clutch every time. Every single time. So he's certainly not the worst operator to be added in the mix. Of course, Valkyrie, with the power of these cameras, even though a lot of teams put them in the same spot, a lot of teams still let them go unnoticed round after round. But getting that outside information and but almost at the cost of Nyx's life there, as he boards it up just a little bit too late as the round starts. And Orbit begins their attack. Blackbeard on the diffuser. I'd like to see him drop it, give it to somebody else, and go play that fun window up top that Blackbeard always plays, which seems to be where he's heading towards. With Snake joining him or heading downstairs, it looks okay. He's just backing up and giving some backup from a distance, I guess. Or maybe he fell off. I don't know. Ash Piner on the first floor looking for a place Canadian wants to come inside, which is going to be right through the front door, I think. He's trying to get that wall bang through the floor. Meanwhile, Turk is spying on you, Young. Fox lurking around in the archives, hoping to get that well-timed flank. Nyx covering the stairs, waiting to see if anybody pushes in from Skylight.
Get clear.
And LeBun
Reloading!
hoping he doesn't get blown up, because that's often what happens to people in this room, unfortunately. But I wish him the best of luck in there. Fox taking out Kixa for the first kill, but Young quickly returning that by killing Kevin in the face. Never expose yourself to the Blackbeard window. Ballsy going in. Takes down Turk, but doesn't get to finish him off before he's C4'd by Nyx, which honestly, Turk was already down. He killed him too. Worth. To take out Blackbeard and prevent the diffuser from going down, I'd say Nyx is in a happy place right now. Happier place than Turk anyway.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. The attacker's bomb diffuser has
Quickly, once again, K9 taking out Fox, but traded off by LeBun, taking out K9 himself. Defenders win round 1. LunatiK picking up the first round as they finish Canadian off. Once again, all trying to stack through the same window because of the diffuser going down by Blackbeard at the beginning. I think sending in the diffuser first might have been Orbit's biggest mistake there, because in the event it's lost, then they're just stuck. Then they have to push that way. They get no rotation. They don't get to come from somewhere else. They can't suddenly push the other bomb site. They have to make that window work. And ultimately, LunatiK took advantage of that and tore them apart very quickly.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Yes, for anyone joining late, it is the Punji solo show right now, which is going to be nothing if not hilarious. Because Panky sadly has a horrible, horrible migraine. Couple that with it being close to 5 in the morning, and you get one unhappy Englishman. Definitely needs to lay down, feel better. We tried medicating him as best we could. It's to no avail.
10 seconds to
Rip
insert.
Panky up in the chat. And
5 seconds
I'm sure
remaining.
he'll be back immediately, if not sooner. But
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
looks like you guys just get me for the
Attackers
rest of the
dropped
night. Isn't that great, chat?
Deploying ADS.
All right, so 20 seconds in, LunatiK starting their attack. Let's see if they can do this as successfully as they defended, which was, to be honest, pretty damn successful given they just had such a rough performance last game. They're off to an awesome start on this map. Absolutely cutting over to pieces on their first attack. Blackbeard up on the roof, no surprise there. And the first kill goes to Fox, taking out Kicksta.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Kickstar. Why is the R
Attackers
lowercase?
have located a bomb.
They're setting me up for failure today. They knew I was coming. Oh, and Canadian with a beautiful headshot on Fox to answer and bring it back to a 4v4.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Fun fighting for his life. Engaged in Mortal Kombat in the center of the main lobby. Heads back outside as he realizes he's getting shot from too many different locations, although gets out barely scratched. Not really dealing any damage to anybody else in return. But Turk is upstairs
Attackers are activating
getting
the
the
bomb
super early plant down. And just totally leaving so that he can rotate all the way around and wall bang the crap out of the first person that tries to do something about it. LunatiK clearly having this map on lock right now with only 2v4. Young struggling to try to get it back. C4ing walls, going crazy. Snake's already down outside, so it's effectively a 1v4. And
Defenders have
LeBun
been eliminated.
shot him dead. So attackers win round 2, putting it 2-0 to LunatiK, who's having a much, much better round this match than the previous one on Chalet.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs. Bomb located by
All right,
attackers.
I forgot the buttons again here. How do we get down here? Let's go. That works. Perfect. Perfect as we roll into round number 3. LunatiK on the defense again. Orbit with a rough start so far. A fairly shoddy defense and not the best attack on the planet. all trying to come in through the same window.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Let's see if they can hit up this basement in a little bit more organized of a fashion than they were hitting upstairs.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Nick's running around
Attackers are
getting those
moving to
cameras
defuse
out.
the bomb. The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Not a lot of reinforcements, but a couple little kill holes. And with no Thatcher on the attacking team, it looks like they'll have to push in through the piano or the stairs if they want to open that garage. Although there's only one battery down on it. He's still got one in his hands. And there it goes. Thermite will get the garage open with this, giving the attacking team one of the most important angles of attack, especially now with Blackbeard, who can stand behind the cars, see everything, and be laughably invincible in doing so until he crouch peeks way out like this to take out cameras.
Launching drone. Drone activated.
Special charge.
Gonna get a little bit more sight in. Chris Kicks is gonna open up the second wall. Everybody's sitting around playing their iPhone games. And Canadian getting downed by, I don't even know who that was, because I can't see their name for some reason. I can see everybody else's except that mysterious red figure, which I think was... no idea. But Canadian's back up regardless. Just out of sight, covered by the rim of Zakog. Looks like it is Jaeger who's trying to push him, maybe. As Fox rotates around to try to get down on Canadian's backside. Kicks is taken out by Turk. Don't know why I keep wanting to say Crix. Canadian falls over the trade on Nix, and Fox, of course, taking out Canadian, who's already been down once, as well as K9 and Young, all but locking the round in for LunatiK for round number 3. Defenders take it, Kevin getting the final kill on Snake, and LunatiK is just running away with the victory right now. Absolutely not how I expected map number 2 to go after watching Orbit dump on them, to be completely honest, in Chalet. I did not at all see this comeback on map number 2. So moving to round number 4 with LunatiK back on attack and a lobby and press room. Attempt
Protect your bombs from being defused by
number
attackers.
2 for our wonderful Orbit friends here.
Deploying ADS.
Default to the usual of Watch Valkyrie because it's a new operator with a fun new ability, and I want to see where people put their
Bomb located by
sweet
attackers.
little cameras. So basically, he's just going all ceiling fans because they hide so cute. I wonder if that's something that will be addressed or left as is.
Remaining.
Not quite sure. It's
5 seconds remaining.
seems to go right inside the inside the ceiling fan there.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Securing door.
So Orbit yet to get a point on the board here, and LunatiK looking to move to match point if they can take this round. Nick's just burning through the ammo that he doesn't need any longer because he got C4'd by Young. Great toss by Young. Where were you at, guy? What's going on here?
Attackers recovered.
All right.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Tango in my sights.
And down he goes to Snake, where Fox is shot in the face as soon as he drops down. As they're playing the two fastest in bomb sites, however, playing a huge roaming game. Orbit right now spread all over the map,
Attackers
just
dropped.
trying to gain tons of information on cameras. It's now 1-5 with K9 taking out Orbit, and the last person standing is LeBun, who's not even on the right floor, doesn't have the diffuser, stuck in a window, probably has very little idea where anyone is at this point. Ultimately not looking great for LunatiK picking up their 4th round. And I would say I'm sorry. Sledge, you're still alive too. This is really bright. Kevin, you're doing God's work, man. Get in there and get that bomb. Thermite comes and joins them. Probably better at this point with 5v1. They're going to need the strength in numbers. They're too spread out.
Cover me. Reload.
Just going to get cut to pieces once they know where they are. Just misses his face, Kevin. So close.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers have dropped the bomb.
And now,
Attackers
before I can finish the sentence, defenders win round 4. Canadian takes out Kevin. Kixta takes out LeBun. I'm allowed to say Kixta because I'm from Boston, so I can drop his R anyway, and plus it's little, so it's just a win-win in my case. And we're moving on to round number 5. First point on the board for Orbit might just be the strength they need to carry on and start winning a few more. Otherwise, LunatiK will be on match point. And that's not going to bode well for Orbit if they want to take away 3 points today and not just the 1 each towards the standings. Which, if I know Orbit, which I don't really, but if I did, I would guess they want the 3 points. So moving into them on the attack, their previous attacks have been wildly unsuccessful against LunatiK's defense, but they just had a good round. They're probably feeling pretty good about themselves. Their head's back in the game. And Valkyrie's going to go throw some cameras.
bomb located by attackers.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Camera feed up and running. 2 feet out.
Device positioned.
A little less care from Nix on where he throws them, just kind of humming them into the corners, but still pretty good spots nonetheless. I like
10 seconds
the ceiling fans, as they're obviously a lot more concealed and they're centered, so you can kind of get that 360 around the whole room.
Place device.
Attackers have
camera feed
recovered their
up and running.
diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Get behind me!
Camera in position. Reinforcing the wall!
Drone is ready to go.
And 20 seconds into the round, we'll watch as young Orbit heads on up to the Blackbeard window, officially dubbed the Blackbeard window. Moves to open it up and get a sightline into B, as only Blackbeard can. Yet again with the diffuser, which left alone could yield him that quick plant, but with Turkin's side being downed already. Turk, what happened to you?
Attackers have located a bomb.
Looks like he got grenaded. And Young just trying to get that finishing shot on him. But it looks like Turk will be picked back up. Wow, that is very bright.
Stay clear of the blast. Watch for the blast.
Snake hiding under the piano. Looking for some more cheeky floor shots. Canadian, not the next Tom Brady. There we go, second tries a charm. Right inside we go. Young's heading inside, and I want to get to him. There we go. So Young finally inside to plant. Most progress orbits made for an attack. Smoked out, looks like they're going to get the plant down with 4v4, 3v4, and I eat all my words and take back everything I said, as Nyx gets a beautiful two-piece with a C4, and defenders quickly win round 5 with Fox taking out the remaining players outside like a champion. The plays. So that puts match point for LunatiK against Orbit, which I did not see coming, and this is pretty awesome, and I wish I could hype it up a little bit better. I'm trying what I can do here, guys. LunatiK, match point, going to the attack. If they can seal this deal here against the console office and meeting room on Orbit, they'll be taking map number 2, making it a 1-1 overall in the standings.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
How's this play out after this map? We run to the standings and then what else?
New feed active.
All the things.
ABS deployed and ready to go.
Alright, just do standings, say goodbye.
AD activated, ready to go.
Alright, match round point number 6. This could be it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds to go.
Orbit on the defense, looking to hold on, stay in the map, and get their 3 points.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And LunatiK
Attackers' bomb diffuser has been dropped.
trying to lock
Attackers
in
have recovered their diffuser.
the victory they can get. They already lost the first map, but if they get this one, they'll at least take 1 point away from today, which is a lot better than 0.
Diffuser.
Not to mention denying Orbit those extra 2.
Drone activated. Drone spinning up.
Which will matter a lot by the end of the season. As we saw last season, all the teams were extremely close in their standings. And most of it came down to the very, very, very last day of play to decide who is actually going to the finals. So every single map they can pick up matters. And with a 3-point lead, LunatiK's looking pretty good right now.
Drone is ready.
Just drone around Vista. Fox first one inside, but is immediately taken out by Kixta,
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
who's hanging out in the basement. Looking around, enjoying his kill. Thermite moving in upstairs. Got Libun with the diffuser. And Blackbeard making his way over to a different window than we usually see him play. But one he can play nonetheless because he's Blackbeard. He can pretty much do whatever he wants, other than walk through big open rooms with no backup.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Take a little more hot potato with the bomb. They decide they want Turk to be the one in charge of taking it in. Don't shoot your drone. You're on attacking. A little cautious to peek the A-bomb. Said he sees him, but just a second too late. It's taking out diffusers down again as Kixta takes Turk down to the ground, picking up his second kill of the round and potentially keeping Orbit in the game. So Kevin,
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
again C4'd through the floor by Snake, which has been huge this game from both sides. And Snake taken out.
Attackers eliminated.
And the last kill is another C4. Bringing us to match point still, as Orbit does manage to pick up their second point. And they're back on the attack against LunatiK's very solid defenses so far. Can I do something about this since this brightness is absurd?
Defenders, protect
I just
your
don't know if
bombs
this is
from
something
being
that I can
retrieved by
change.
attackers.
I'm very nervous. Oh man, touching the wrong buttons.
Activating camera.
Give me 1 second here. Yeah, but okay. 95, that's a reasonable brightness. Guys, hello? I just want to apply and close this. How do I close this? Back, back, back. Bam. We're good. Look at that. We can see
Attackers
a little bit better.
locate a bomb.
Perfect.
5 seconds
I did it with a
to go.
controller.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers are heading out.
All right, Orbit on the attack, looking to pick up their 3rd point and hopefully bring it into overtime so they can try to get their 3 points on the board.
Cover me.
Meanwhile, LunatiK hoping to just take the whole map home in this round and be done with it with their 5th point, which would give them the map.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Goes inside cafeteria.
Place device.
Drone ready.
Oh, and Fox taking out 2 already. Canadian and Kicks finally to be answered and taken down by Snake. With a beautiful headshot peek right up the stairs.
Swapping mag.
Young starting to push down into the archives as Blackbeard. Snake opening up the other hall. And K9 falling down just behind him, so it looks like they're all going to be trying to push this way. Back from the archives. Except for Kevin, who's no longer with us. Because Snake shot him a bunch of times. Only to be answered by Turk. In the kitchen. Leaving it a 2v3 with K9 and Young. Evening it back up. Young looking pretty low in the health, but he's still got a shield in front of his face, so he's got a chance.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
54 seconds on the clock. It's Turk and LeBun trying to hold it down against Blackbeard and K9. They have to do is hold patiently, burn the clock, hope for that panic rush, and could all but have this. Orbit, however, still very much in the fight. Easily bring this to the 8th round and the potential to stay in and win the whole thing for themselves.
15 seconds left. 10 seconds remaining.
K9 going for the plant. So Young moves to cover him as Turk rotates to try to push in and stop it. And now, tables have turned, and now the defending team has to do the attacking. Are both taken out immediately. Orbit goes and manages to pull it off, bringing them to their 3rd round win. And what could potentially keep them into this overtime. Giving LunatiK a run for their money as they try and still secure that match point that they were so close to, as they've fallen down now 3 rounds in a row. Orbit moving on to the defense. LunatiK on attack for what could either be the final round or the round leading into OT. Trying to think of all the cool things Panky says all the time. Panky, we miss you. We hope you don't die. And I think we're looking at the smoke screen glitch for this one. Boys. So it looks like we might need to back out, take a quick break, and remake, guys. Again, I'm sorry. Smoke screen's been back in and happening, so we'll have to figure out what's happened with this round, but we're going to need to remake it, I think. So we'll cut to short commercial break to figure it out, and we'll be right back with you soon. Sorry. All right, guys, we are just filling back in the players real quick, so we're going to have to run to one more quick break while we wait for them. But we got most of the over guys back in, none of LunatiK yet. So please bear with us for just a couple more minutes while we fill that back up. And we'll be back in to hopefully wrap this one up, either go in OT or finish it. So we'll be right back. Guys, we're back, and we have fixed it up. It is 4-3 in favor of LunatiK right now, and Orbit is heading on back to the lobby and press room on defense. Once again, this is either going to bring it into overtime for Orbit or solidify the 1-1 victory for LunatiK.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
All right, here we go.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
So once again, down in the basement goes Orbit to try and bring it into that OT. Canadian on none other than Valkyrie. Tossing out his ceiling cams.
Camera in position.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Young blowing up some
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
walls and holes and stuff, so you can set up a good roaming pattern thing.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And we start LunatiK's what could be final attack to potentially bring this map home for themselves.
Launching drone.
Turk inside very quickly. LeBun just hanging out watching that back door. Fox looking to make a swift entrance as well down into the visa office. Suddenly paranoid he was being followed, only to realize he was not. That guy's below you, Fox. Four to five of the attackers already inside, and Thermite coming to join him now on the top floor so they can clear it from the top down, section by section, and make sure they have no one roaming so they can ultimately get that pinch going. Minute 30 on the clock,
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
about halfway down with the first kill going to LunatiK, but is immediately answered. Kevin takes out Canadian, Kicks takes out Fox, and it is now 4v4. And the fact that it goes to third person every time somebody dies really throws me off. It makes me confused. But it's a lot better than it used to be, so we'll give him that. Oh, just sees his head but can't react fast enough. Immediately gets on that rotation so he can reload. Sledge now looking for Young. Most likely does not know about Rook over there in the bathroom as well. 30 seconds. Haven't got the bomb down yet, but are on point. And I don't know why I said we were down in the basement, because that's wrong, obviously. As I'm sure everybody else has already figured out. But we are up in the front lobby.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
And another devastating C4 by Snake, who has just been shredding their team apart round after round.
10 seconds
Takes
remaining.
out 2 of the 3 remaining LunatiK members.
5 seconds left. Attackers eliminated.
And ultimately gets it into the OT for Orbit. And apparently we got a rehost. My goodness gracious. We have to do a rehost because we have to go into the OT. Bad boy, and they need those defense sites, which are now locked, even though it should be on OT. So everybody needs to back out. And we're going to have to remake one more time. So it's probably best if we do yet one more quick little break, because unfortunately that's just the way it works. Once we have to remake once in order to open up the bomb sites for both teams for the OT, we have to remake 2 times. No, please don't draw. So I will see you guys in about 3 minutes. Thank you, hold on, and I'm sorry.
My God, that's Jason Bourne.
Why would it come back now?
I know who I am. I remember everything.
Remembering everything doesn't mean you know everything.
Tell me.
The world is at war. We need the perfect weapon.
Rated PG-13.
right, guys, we are back with OT. It is 4-4, or the first round of overtime. LunatiK versus Orbit. Orbit has come back from a 4-0 deficit and got themselves right back in the game to try to take home all 3 points of tonight, whereas LunatiK is now struggling to take home their 1 point. And they're on the attack to start, with Orbit heading for the lobby and press room again. We'll see if LunatiK can manage to avoid Snake's impeccable C4 play, or
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
if they're gonna blow up again.
Deploying ADS.
But we should be all set now.
Camera feed up and running.
Office Canadian with his
Deploying ADS.
ceiling fan, black eyes.
Camera feed up and running.
Razor wire going up. Place device.
10 seconds remaining.
Positioned. Device set.
5
Camera
seconds
in
left
position.
before insertion.
Ready to go.
New camera.
Attackers recovered the bomb
Whoops.
diffuser. Attackers must
There we go.
locate and defuse a bomb.
Right on the palm tree.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Black eye staring him right in the face.
Door secured!
Breach charge going up.
Securing door!
All right, we start the attack. Twitch already inside. Turk once again hauling in. Thermite making his way outside. Blackbeard back on the roof. Fox droning around, and Kevin also inside. Administrative offices. Pre-firing a couple common spots that roamers love to camp and wait. While Ash looks around for Fox's way in, which is right here, through the wall. In we go. Fox trying to watch the peek hole made by
Attackers' bomb
K9
diffuser has been dropped.
to see if
Bomb
he
located by
moves
attackers.
all the way over.
Attackers recovered their diffuser.
Kevin dropping that early nade straight into the point.
Drone is ready.
A bomb has been located.
Drone up.
Thermite not quite sure where LeBun wants to get in from. Meanwhile, I think Turk and Kevin have all but solidified the top floor as their own. And Turk's rotating back around on the first floor to join some of the rest of his team, like Nyx, hanging out with the Blackbeard on the window. Blackbeard's home, Blackbeard's favorite place to be.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
And that is not the best start for them, as they drop. LunatiK loses 2 players in exchange for just K9 and the diffuser down in the corner of A, forcing Nyx inside, where he will pick up Young. Down but not out, so now he's very much out. And looks away just as Bennett comes up the stairs.
15 seconds to go.
15 seconds left. And Blackbeard's taken
10
out in the
seconds to
back,
go.
with the last person standing being Thermite, who is looking to kill 3 people. Can't do it.
Attackers eliminated.
Cut down by Snake. And Orbit wins round 1 of OT, making it 5-4 in favor of Orbit as they move on to the attacking team.
defenders. Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alrighty, here we go. Down we go. What are we doing? Grabbing some armor. Thanks for the armor, Rook. Nix. Making some holes. Hopefully not shooting his teammate.
By attackers.
Proud of his little crouch hole, and moves on. Once again, crouch holes in America need to be a little bit wider than they do in Europe.
New camera feed
But
activated.
it's done quickly. So it's time to go and place all them black eyes out there.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Camera
Attackers
in
recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb. Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Reloading, cover me!
Kickstone's thermite heading up with the diffuser, up to the second floor. K9 on the drone just spying on Doc hanging out there as Doc tries to kill the crap out of K9.
Stay clear of the blast. Target located. Second floor. Moving back.
Finally, Orbit starts their push in.
Make a new door.
Mostly heavy from the admin side, with K9 kind of watching down from the spiral staircase
Tango spotted. Meeting room.
towards that main top lobby. Sled bashing some things. Canadian looking for some people's feet to shoot. And Kicksta on his iPhone like a boss. Minute 15 left. Still a 5v5.
Target located. Meeting room.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
It's just cruel. K9. Kicksta picking up the first kill on LeBun. I'm sorry, second kill. Rip Fox as well. 3-5 favor of Orbit on what could be the final match of the game. But not till Turk trades one back with Canadian in the face, and K9 picking up Turk as well.
Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
And the bomb goes down. The 2v4, 1v4, Nick says 4 to find. It's not on the right floor. It's getting shot in the back by Thermite. And is dead. That gives Orbit the game, Orbit the match, and Orbit all 3 points of the night. And what comes next? Well, you know, the end. So Orbit is the winner.